Every single day, a million tubs of Ben & Jerry's ice cream roll off the production line.
Dairy from family farms and fair trade ingredients. So while the new chocolatey fudge layer makes it topped, what's underneath makes it Ben & Jerry's.
That's enough to fill 15 Olympic-sized swimming pools every single day. And it's not just about numbers. There's something special in every pint. The big chunks, the creamy texture, the flavors. There's a reason why fans keep coming back for more. But how does it all come together? Well, here at the Process World, we're heading straight into the factory to break it all down, step by step. In 1963, two kids in a New York gym class were always trailing behind their classmates to the track. Ben Cohen and Jerry Greenfield. They met while struggling through laps, and that slow start turned into a lifelong friendship. Years later, neither had found success in their careers. Looking for a new path, they pooled their savings together and planned to open a bagel shop. The equipment was too expensive, though, so they switched to ice cream instead, learning the trade from a $5 correspondence course at Penn State. In 1978, they scraped together $122,000, including a $4,000 loan, and set up shop in a rundown gas station in Burlington, Vermont. With no business experience, they relied on creativity, packing their ice cream with giant chunks and swirls. That signature style wasn't random either. Ben had anosmia, meaning he couldn't fully taste or smell, so the texture had to stand out. Their unique approach and rich flavors quickly gained attention, and by 1979, they had a long line of customers. From a small shop in Vermont to a global name, Ben & Jerry's became more than just ice cream. It became a movement. But how does it all come together? Well, before we get into that, please leave a like and subscribe for more amazing videos like this one. Now, moving on. Every pint of Ben & Jerry's starts with fresh dairy. They don't cut corners when it comes to quality. Their milk and cream come from local Vermont farms, specifically the St. Albans Cooperative. This cooperation guarantees that the dairy origin comes from well-kept cows grown without synthetic growth hormones. On the other hand, West Africa supplies the cocoa, and small-scale farmers in Madagascar provide the vanilla. Fair trade initiatives allow these farmers to get fair compensation for their labor, so enabling them to create better communities. Even the brownies used in flavors like chocolate fudge brownie have a story behind them. They're baked by Grayston Bakery in New York, a business that provides jobs for people who have struggled to find work. Once the best ingredients are obtained, they are delivered straight to the plant where the actual process starts. Fresh milk and cream arrive at the factory in massive tankers and are immediately tested for quality. Every batch is checked for fat content, temperature, and freshness before it moves to the next stage. Nothing gets used unless it meets the company's high standards. Once approved, the milk is pumped into 6,000-gallon stainless steel silos where it's kept cold until it's needed. When it's time to make the ice cream, the milk flows into a blend tank where it's combined with cream, sugar, and egg yolks. This mixture creates the base for every single Ben & Jerry's flavor. There are two main bases used in the production. The sweet cream base is the foundation for flavors like vanilla, fish food, and half-baked, while the chocolate base is used for flavors like chocolate therapy. If the batch requires chocolate, high-quality cocoa powder is added right at this stage. The mix tank's design keeps everything flowing. Giant mixing arms smooth out and equalize the components. Ben & Jerry's luscious, creamy texture comes from this stage. Ingredients mix better the longer they do so. Pasteurization comes right after the base is ready. Piping the mixture into a high-speed pasteurizer, it is heated to 180 degrees Fahrenheit. Without compromising taste, this destroys any germs. It remains at this stage for just a few seconds before fast cooling back down. From here, the mix is sent to holding tanks, where it spends 4 to 8 hours. Though it sounds like a drawn-out wait, this is a necessary phase. The tastes in the base start to intensify and unite during this period, preparing the ground for the next flavor infusion phase. This is where the signature tastes that make Ben & Jerry's ice cream so recognizable are created. Each batch is a carefully designed recipe. If it's a vanilla-based flavor, the high-quality Madagascar vanilla extract is mixed in. If it's something fruity, purees from real fruit are added. For coffee flavors, a strong coffee concentrate is blended directly into the mix. These flavor vats are built to handle large amounts of ice cream while keeping everything evenly mixed. Powerful stirring mechanisms ensure that the flavoring spreads consistently, so every bite tastes exactly the way it should. The company experiments with hundreds of potential new flavors every year, but only a select few ever make it into production. Now that the base is packed with flavor, it's time to turn it into real ice cream. This happens inside the freezing barrel, a machine that chills the mixture while keeping it in constant motion. The temperature drops fast, bringing the liquid mix down to below freezing in just a few seconds. At the same time, the machine churns the ice cream continuously, which helps create its thick, creamy texture. This process also introduces just the right amount of air, making sure the ice cream stays light and smooth instead of dense and hard. The freezing barrel is built for precision. It's calibrated to get it just right, ensuring that every batch meets the company's signature quality. At this stage, the ice cream is cold and thick, but it's still soft, similar to when it comes out of a soft serve machine. It's the perfect consistency for the next step, adding chunks and swirls. Every mix-in, from cookie dough to brownies to peanut butter cups to caramel ribbons, is precisely measured and added to ensure that every scoop presents the ideal harmony of texture and flavor. This all occurs in the chunk feeder, a machine meant to softly drop in mix-ins without breaking them. Workers load it with ingredients, and as the ice cream passes through the machine, it releases them in measured quantities. The ice cream also travels through the swirl injector concurrently to add sauces like marshmallow, caramel, or fudge. These swirls are blended uniformly across the pint, thereby providing every bite a smooth, tasty ribbon of sweetness rather than only sitting on top. Everything is carefully monitored to keep the mix-ins and swirls consistent in every batch. Once the ice cream is fully loaded, it's ready to be packed into tubs, sealed, and sent down the line. Now that the ice cream is fully mixed, it moves to the automatic filling machine, where things speed up. This machine is built for efficiency, filling up to 270 pints per minute. The ice cream flows into each tub in a steady, controlled stream, making sure that every container gets the right amount without air pockets or uneven distribution. As soon as the tub is filled, it moves straight to the litter, which snaps a tight-fitting lid onto each pint. This step is crucial because it locks in the freshness and prevents contamination. Once sealed, the pints are sent down the conveyor for a quick quality check. Every hour, factory workers pull pints off the line to inspect them. They check weight, mix-in distribution, and texture to make sure that everything meets the company's standards. If something isn't right, adjustments are made immediately to keep every batch consistent. At this stage, the ice cream is still soft, so it needs to be hardened before it's ready for storage and transport. So, to lock in the perfect texture, they go through a spiral hardener, a massive industrial freezer designed to bring the temperature down fast. This machine is shaped like a giant corkscrew, with a conveyor belt that slowly moves the pints through a negative 60-degree Fahrenheit freezing chamber. The cold air circulates evenly, hardening the ice cream without causing ice crystals to form. If the ice cream freezes too quickly, it can lose its smooth texture. If it takes too long, it won't hold its shape. The spiral hardener ensures that each pint reaches the ideal frozen state in about 3 hours. The slow, steady freezing process keeps the mix-ins and swirls exactly where they should be. Brownies stay chewy, caramel stays gooey, and every scoop has the right balance of creamy ice cream and chunky goodness. By the time the pints exit the hardening tunnel, they're rock solid and ready for the next step: packaging. Each one moves down the conveyor belt to be grouped into sets of 8 and shrink-wrapped. This keeps them secure and makes handling easier when they're stacked for shipping. From there, the pints are carefully loaded into large pallets, which are organized in refrigerated storage. Everything is tracked in real time to make sure shipments go out on schedule. Refrigerated trucks keep the ice cream at just the right temperature while it's transported to distribution centers, grocery stores, and scoop shops across over 35 continents. Timing is everything. If a shipment takes too long, the quality could be affected. Every step is planned to make sure the ice cream arrives in perfect condition, just as fresh as when it left the factory. Once it reaches the stores, it's stocked into freezers, ready for fans to grab their favorite flavors. And that's it. Now to you. If you had the power to make one unique Ben & Jerry's flavor, which flavor would it be? Let us know in the comments section below.